Last time on the best Dishonored playthrough of all time, I successfully infiltrated the Golden Cap brothel before turning the reins over to Lemon Punch, challenging him to put his money where his mouth was. And to nobody's surprise, he beefed it. But his try was not in vain, as alongside revealing the location of Beavis, the first Pendleton, he also opened my eyes to how completely busted Time Stop was. A fact I'll happily use to my advantage going into my delayed turn. Hello YouTube, here, and I don't really have a lot to say. Well, that's never happened before. Let's see. First, let's get an apology out of the way. Fortunately, it's minor, so I don't have to break out the ukulele, and technically I already apologized for this, but I don't know how many of you checked the comments, so I'll say it again for those who missed it. You may remember this part from the last episode, where it just froze on a single frame for no reason. Yeah, that's my bad. I was rushing quite a bit getting everything done for it, as evidenced by the delayed upload, and didn't have time to watch it before uploading. You'll be pleased to know that I'm making changes to how I work to avoid that happening again. That aside, I should also warn you that there may be a couple times that the audio is a little weird in this video. Hopefully it's not too distracting or noticeable at all, but if it's distracting, I apologize. That also shouldn't happen in the future, so just put up with it for one video. Much obliged. And I think that's it, so without further ado, let's get on with the show. Seam saving when we switched wasn't necessary, as the game saved us in front of the room. So I swipe it and use Witch Time to kill these bozos like Lemon Punch did. After that, I deviate from his path to look around. After playing through by myself, I'm kinda hooked on this crazy new fad called checking my surroundings. Super useful when you don't want to be poor and destitute. Remembering our first playthrough, I get a strange feeling akin to deja vu. Like I was forgetting something important. So I follow the feeling, heading up a flight of stairs to find some doors. I know behind one of them lies whatever it is I seek. The first door was a bust, but behind door number 2 I find a child? Seems like a weird place to keep a kid. Oh shit, right, Emily! Yay! We found Emily! All according to the plan. Good job, past me. What? Forgot about her? Preposterous. How could I forget about Queen Jessamine's kid? Especially after Jessamine asked me to watch over her with her dying breath. I must say, I'm insulted at the very insinuation. Anyways, I follow, Emily. Thanks. Emily downstairs to make sure she gets out safely, but Lemon Punch lets me know that she's in zero danger and will just wait for me while I go take care of the Pendletons. Oh, but before we move on, want to know a bombshell secret?
I am the voice actor for everyone in this game.
My god, I had no idea.
You guys want to hear my Corvo?
Damn, you really are him! Wasn't that amazing? To think my friend was so accomplished. Kinda makes you wonder what he's doing recording YouTube videos with me, huh? Only think an accomplished voice actor like him would have better things to do. Well, Lemon Punch having nothing better to do on a Saturday aside, I snuck across a big room with people in it that I'll be referring to as the main room from now on, and upstairs to the gold room where Beavis waits. I murder the guy out front and peep on Pendleton through the keyhole.
Who do you want me to be tonight, Lord Pendleton?
Anyone you want. The High Overseer for all us drinking.
Huh, guess he's a roleplay guy. I open the door, ready to jump into action, but Lemon Punch tells me to wait. Seems Beavis isn't a fan of a lady named Waverly Boyle. You know, you don't hear the name Waverly much, but I like it. If your name is Waverly, you win. Please call 555-3742 for your reward. Despite wanting to join the fun, Lemon Punch instructed me to throw a grenade, but unfortunately, there's only so long you can stand entirely unhidden in a double doorway and remain unseen by the people inside. For Beavis Pendleton, it was about 33 seconds, but my gut tells me he's an outlier. Well, Beavis rushed me, and it goes exactly how you'd expect.
To me, you look like a bitch!
Well, I hate to say it, but it seems
No,
Pendleton got the last laugh in hell here, cause, well, just watch.
There are people over here. Oh, jeez!
Lemon Punch starts this one strong by trying to murder Amelia, but eventually remembering that we have shit to do, heading to the main room and accidentally using Time Stop. One might expect this to only be a good thing, but not when you get stuck on two people in your haste to get somewhere safe. All that to say, the guards are already on his ass, so Lemon Punch has to hurry. Despite practically everyone in the building knowing his location, he stops to duel a guy and gets shot.
No!
But eventually gets his bearings long enough to hit Quicksilver, make it into Pendleton's suite, and kill him while he's helpless. Well, slightly more helpless than usual. Shortly after the execution, Lemon Punch has to quickly make his way to the balcony and into the waters below, landing safely among the reeds. He proceeds up to the street near where we entered the area and killed some guards, though I can't help noting Corvo's abysmal sword skills. It's like every time we cross blades, they easily parry us and always land a hit first. I really thought Corvo would be better than this, being the Queen's sole protector and everything. Maybe the Queen had low standards. Or nepotism. Yeah, I'm going with one of those. Unfortunately, despite winning that brawl, Lemon Punch ends up wandering into a gaggle of dudes, and contrary to his comments, it was in fact not all part of his plan. He's just wandered into a group.
Is this folks part of his plan all along? Maybe.
Yes, that was all part of my plan.
Well, fourth time's a charm, as they always say. This time, rather than going for Beavis in the gold room first, I choose to check out the steam room instead. Seems like a bad idea given my mask has glass lenses in the eyes, but I guess I was feeling confident. I immediately hear two guys talking and assume one is Butthead. In response, I use a time stop to kill them both in one fell swoop, but I'm surprised when neither one is a target.
That wasn't special enough to be him.
That's so...
My confusion doesn't last long, though, as I look around and soon find the door where Butthead waits with his attendant. Stranger yet, because as I record this, I recall him being in a different room on our first playthrough, but it doesn't matter much anymore. Well, Butthead somehow manages to go out like even more of a bitch than his brother, being pushed back by a graze and not even getting an interesting execution animation.
Christ. It's fine.
Well, high off that victory, I don't make the cleanest escape as I get spotted a couple times, but nothing a handy-dandy time rush won't fix.
This feels like a worse.
Well, kinda. In my rush to get away from the guards, I go right past Beavis, but if not for that, we wouldn't have gotten this clip.
He just floated off like...
Or this one.
Okay.
But hilarity aside, it's time to get the hell out of here. We swim to the same place Lemon Punch did, kill this guy, and throw him in the water. That last part isn't very important, but it does let me show this clip.
Punky ass bitch.
Anyways, I abscond with little difficulty.
That one.
Ha-cha-cha. Is that like a meme now?
A little too late.
Outside, I find the watchtower briefly still looking for me, but soon returning to its docile state. I take that opportunity to rewire it and let it rain death on the poor guards who are still alive.
Apparently he says ha-cha-cha.
I don't know. I mean...
Like, who the fuck would say ha-cha-cha?
My fun is mildly spoiled when Lemon Punch reminds me that I forgot about the child, but I'm sure we'll just be in and out. So I make my way back in and up the side building like we did before. One guy did yell at me, but it's not like he could do
I
anything.
want to chat with you.
No, don't worry about me, dog. I'm on my way out.
So I slip back in and encourage Holman Punch to follow his dreams of becoming a musician.
Malcolm, who would win, Batman or Jason Derulo?
Clearly Jason Derulo. I mean, have you heard the pipes on that man?
See, I can do that.
You should try to make it big as a musician. I think that would work out really well for you.
Before heading towards Emily. Well, on the topic of music, though, we touched on some weird ones, including something called gore grind. For those of you who don't know what that is, here you go. With Adderley retrieved, it's time to make our way back to Samuel. First, I say hi to Granny Rags, who's hanging out in this alley behind the Golden Cat for reasons? Well, as much as I'd like to catch up, we really must be going, so we do that, leaving Granny Rags to do whatever she's up to.
Have you seen it? Handsome one. With a
If you are, comment down below. Whoa.
On my way out, I cut across the street in front of Galvani's house and head for the alley where the tractor beam guys tried to kill me before.
Ha-cha-cha.
It's here that I meet another
Ow,
one, or
that's-
perhaps the one I left behind earlier. The world may never know,
fucking
but he's
still,
dead now, so it doesn't
Christ.
matter.
Piece of shit.
I briefly considered murdering Slackjaw's guys for the fun of
Oh,
it,
hey,
but
guys,
after a
hey,
long
guys.
day at the
So-
brothel, I was dog tired, so I just headed straight for Samuel the way I got in.
Could kill you guys.
I find Samuel and Eliza waiting for me. Seems the Pendletons weren't interesting enough to warrant one of Samuel's philosophical tidbits like he did for Campbell and the Overseers, but I'm honestly not surprised. They were mid-antagonists at best. That aside, the mission finished screen. At this point, I'm not particularly surprised by how much money we missed anymore, but I was taken aback by how much money was in the level altogether. Unfortunately, though, it's gotta be this way, because if we looked everywhere, this play session would have been way too long. I am kind of pissed about the Sokolov paintings, though. Guess we're 1 for 4 on those. Hopefully we'll have better luck in the upcoming missions. We return home from the Golden Cat brothel victorious, rescuing Camille and claiming the lives of both Pendletons, but despite the overall positive outcome, it's accompanied by some sorrow, particularly on the part of Trevor, the remaining Pendleton. How well will he take the news of our success? How will Celia adjust to life at the Hound's Pit? And what poor bastards do we have to ice next on our road to vengeance? Find out next time on the best Dishonored playthrough of all time.